hilafia IGM juga nune dharma mata hospital ga thiman nadam ve sekundi ga farwa hodanto kong buriya ga to ekan huri fansis buriya hame mati balala kamanya khara narum fiwa ehen comment wan assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi
Emmena hiyayagin Fansavis burige us tawaruta miyang mufulani Rice yamina tebe fulunge flat ballawalavam wadannawa 11 September wa angaru dohu gere akkadi summinitka Riju matin hulumalen phase 2 wa wadannawa
PSM Connect. Benu tak, benu wagodak, benu channel de bagar. PSM Connect. Koi na koi jai.
Hijuri haruge hewe dumata hunia TV ballawa emme habe flona ngariskura.
Making headlines, President visits Tinadu marks the completion of 7 projects on the island. First Lady visits Guradu as part of her nationwide social campaign. And PPM running mate expresses a president should be ambitious, willful and virtuous, noting President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Qayyum maintains these qualities. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Nasma Abdul Mohsen and this is PSM News. President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Qayyum appeals to put in extra effort to responsibly safeguard and promote Islamic faith in the hearts of all Maldivians. President Yamin made the appeal in his message published on the auspicious occasion of the Islamic New Year 1440. In his message, the President noted, "The Islamic New Year reminds of the auspicious event of Hijrah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him," and stated the event of Hijrah itself is a huge Islamic sacrifice made by Islamic ancestors. Moreover, the President called upon the people to uphold the brotherly ties that exist despite differences. In his message, the President also conveyed warm greetings and sincere good wishes to the people of the Maldives, to the governments and the brotherly people of the global Muslim community. President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Qayyum affirms opposition candidate Ibrahim Muhammad Salih hesitates to call on international parties to stop the efforts to influence the upcoming presidential election. Addressing the ceremony held to mark the completion of some projects in Tinadu Island in Gafdal Atoll, President Abdullah Yamin said foreigners seek ways to influence the election to an extent it is questionable whether the election decides the president of Maldives or not. Noting that opposition are the people who call and welcome foreign influence to internal matters, President Yamin expressed the front line of the opposition are fully owned or sold out to foreigners. In this regard, President highlighted the opposition's prospective president is unable to call on foreign parties to stop influencing or working to influence in internal matters. Furthermore, stating the efforts of the current administration have enabled voicing out internationally regarding matters, President underlined that the policies of Maldives are now accepted by the countries. Continuing on, President said it is also accepted by SIDS that Maldives is capable of chairing and advocating for small island states. In addition, President noted the opposition, when given the chance to prove themselves, misused the opportunity, adding now there are no new pledges to be made by the opposition to mislead the public. Moreover, President Yamin during the trip marked the completion of 7 projects conducted in Thinadhu by the current administration. In this regard, President marked the completion of Thinadhu Islamic Center, Museum Park, land reclamation and shore protection, road development, housing units and beach protection project. The government spent over 909.4 million rupiah for these 7 projects. First Lady of Maldives, Fatmata Ibrahim, embarks on a trip to some islands of Kafu Atoll as part of her nationwide social campaign. The nationwide social campaign was initiated by the First Lady to closely monitor the lives of people with special needs and elderly citizens and to ensure their basic needs are fulfilled. During the visit to Kafu Atoll, the First Lady visited Goradu, where she was warmly received by the citizens of the island. The First Lady met with elderly citizens and people with special needs and inquired about their health and well-being. She also met with citizens of the island and listened to their needs and complaints. Speaking during the trip, Minister of Defense and National Security Adam Sharif Umar called upon Maldivians to put forth nationalism above all and to refrain from defaming the country in the international arena. Moreover, during the trip, efforts to enhance support for President Abdullah Yamin for the upcoming election will be exerted by the First Lady and the team traveling with her. The First Lady is accompanied by the Defense Minister, parliamentarians and government officials and PPM supporters during her trip. Running mate of Progressive Party of Maldives, PPM, Dr. Muhammad Shahim Ali Said, expresses a president should be ambitious, willful and virtuous, noting President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Qayyum maintains these qualities. Addressing the ceremony held at Midu in Dalu Atoll as part of the ongoing campaign efforts, the running mate of the ruling party said the leader of the country must be courageous and virtuous, adding the importance of those qualities to maintain an independent nation. In this regard, Shahim stated President Yamin has shown courage in facing the numerous challenges he had to overcome in the past 5 years. Highlighting the rumors spread stating relations with foreign partners have weakened, Shahim noted the state of the relations with other countries can only be assessed by people who have knowledge of the international arena. Shahim expressed the administration has brought in more foreign investment and established ties with many countries compared with previous administrations. The legal team of President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Qayyum reveals the case against Maldivian Democratic Party MDP will be submitted to court tomorrow. At a press conference held by the legal team, lawyer Abbas Sharif stated MDP has violated anti-defamation law and broadcasting law. In this regard, Abbas Sharif said according to Article 33 of the Constitution, the statement made on the 3rd of September at a press conference by MDP followed by a report aired on Raja TV clearly defamed the president. Abbas said paperwork have now been prepared to be submitted to submit the case to court and take legal action against all parties involved. Moreover, Abbas noted PPM has requested Maldives Broadcasting Commission (MBC) to investigate Raja TV airing the report against the regulations of the Broadcasting Act. According to the President's legal team, the comments and statements by MDP was an attempt to insult and defame the President and a direct attack on his electoral rights. Maldives Police Service wants action against any violence created with the intent to disrupt proceedings of the 2018 presidential election. Addressing the press, a spokesperson of Maldives Police Service, Chief Superintendent Ahmed Shifan, said the institution has received information about plans to create violence to coincide with the presidential election. She found that action would be taken against instigators of such violence and anyone found to be in cohorts with the instigators of such violence. The police service is carrying out various activities to ensure that the September 23rd polls are a smooth run issue. In this regard, the police force has successfully completed Operation Blue Wave. The 5-day full-scale exercise was conducted to prepare the forces to any event that may occur on voting day. Permanent representative of Maldives to the United Nations office at Geneva, Dr. Hala Hamid states, Maldives recognize the importance of mainstreaming older persons' right in development, in policies and in poverty reduction strategies aligning with Sustainable Development Goals, SDG principle of leaving no one behind. The Maldivian permanent representative made the statement at the 39th session of the United Nations Human Rights Council, which commenced in Geneva. She further said Maldives is in the process of implementing national water and sewerage policy to guarantee water security and adequate sanitation services, utilizing environmentally friendly technologies in the islands. During the 39th session, Maldives is due to deliver statements on a number of key areas in the work of the Council. Dr. Hala Hamid will head the delegation of the Maldives at the 39th session of the Human Rights Council, who will be joined by Deputy Permanent Representative of Maldives to United Nations Office at Geneva, Jeffrey Salim Bahid. Maldives served as a member of the Council for 2 consecutive terms of 6 years until 2016. Maldives is currently an observer member of the Council. The Human Rights Council is an intergovernmental body within the United Nations system made up of 47 member states which are responsible for strengthening and promoting and protection of human rights around the globe. The new United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, Michelle Bachelet, who assumed her post on September 1st, also presented an oral on the situation of human rights around the world. The 39th Human Rights Council session will continue for 3 weeks, concluding on the 28th of September. The government of Maldives grants scholarships to 31 students from the Zakat Fund. The scholarships were presented to the students by the Minister of Finance and Treasury, Ahmed Munawar, Minister of Environment and Energy, Thorik Ibrahim, Minister of Islamic Affairs, Dr. Ahmed Ziad, and President of the Center for Holy Quran, Ibrahim Rashid Musa. Addressing the ceremony, the Islamic minister highlighted the development brought to the society since the establishment of the Zakat Fund. Meanwhile, the finance minister noted the importance of Zakat al-Mal in enhancing the economy of the country. Highlighting the criticism as income tax is not taken in Maldives, the finance minister said it is also important to focus on one Islamic principle, Zakat al-Mal. The minister expressed the number of Zakat al-Mal has increased within the past 5 years, adding people are more aware now. At a ceremony, scholarships were granted in 5 categories, including 14 scholarships from Islamic education, 3 scholarships for business and technology, 2 scholarships for engineering, 1 scholarship for law, and 11 scholarships from health sciences. Transport Authority of Maldives publishes the highest rates of tolls for vehicles crossing Sinamala Bridge. According to Transport Authority, $2.26 can be charged from passengers traveling via taxi cars from Hulule to Hulumale, from Hulule to Male, from Hulule to Hulumale, and from Hulumale to Hulule. In this regard, Transport Authority stated $2.59 is the highest rate that can be charged from taxi cars traveling between Male and Hulumale. An additional $0.32 can be charged if traveling between midnight and 600 hours in the morning, and also from passengers traveling with luggage. Furthermore, in the statement, the Transport Authority also revealed prices for taxi cycles. While $1.29 is allocated as the highest rate for taxi cycles between Male and Hulumale, $0.97 is allocated between Male and Hulumale. Maldives Customs Service reveals value of goods imported in August increased by 33% compared to the same month of last year. According to the latest statistics, goods worth $204.4 million were imported in August 2017, whereas this year the figure was recorded at $265.27 million. Among the top importing countries, China recorded the highest with 19% and UAE at second with 18%. Moreover, value of goods exported in August showed a decrease of 18% to that of the same period of last year, which is a decrease from $20.38 million in August 2017 to $16.75 million in August 2018. The largest quantity of the exports was to Germany, which is 20% of the total exports for the month of August. Meanwhile, the total revenue collected through the customs duty and other fees and fines showed an increase of 14% compared to that of August 2017. In this regard, over $18 million was collected through customs duty last month. Saturday will mark 10 years since the collapse of investment bank Lehman Brothers, when the bubble in the United States subprime mortgage market burst. Lehman's bankruptcy remains the largest bankruptcy filing in U.S. history. Lehman Brothers sought Chapter 11 protection on September 15, 2008. The investment bank was hurt by a decline in real estate values and a financial crisis caused by lack of liquidity. Lehman's bankruptcy remains the largest bankruptcy filing in U.S. history, with holdings over $600 billion in assets. The night before the bankruptcy filing, Lehman employees were already packing their belongings and abandoning their desks. Earlier in 2008, the U.S. government had stepped in to rescue other troubled banks, such as Bear Stearns and mortgage giants Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Many still wonder why the Federal Reserve let Lehman Brothers go while it rescued numerous others. The consequences were disastrous, a global systematic risk that almost brought down the entire financial system. Consequently, the U.S. Federal Reserve had to come up with a $700 billion bailout fund, the Troubled Assets Relief Plan. In the process, the U.S. House of Representatives voted against the fund on September 29, 2008, sending the Dow Jones down by 778 points in a single day, wiping out $1.2 trillion in market value. The failure of Lehman Brothers also heated up a debate among industry insiders, regulators and politicians whether a bank is too big to fail. Later, Congress passed the Dodd-Frank law, which called for hundreds of new rules, including new oversight of the massive swaps market, mortgages and consumer financial products and large non-bank financial firms. The markets have stabilized since their free fall in 2008, but people are left to wonder what's to prevent another financial meltdown. Nationwide protests against record-high petrol and diesel prices shut down businesses, government offices and schools in many parts of India, with protesters blocking trains and roads. Protesters burned tires and blocked traffic in the northeastern state of Assam. Several people were arrested in Assam and West Bengal. Television footage also showed protesters breaking car and bus windows in Patna, the capital of the northern state of Bihar. Taxes on petrol and diesel, which account for more than a third of retail fuel prices, are one of the biggest sources of income for the government and an emotive issue for voters. Past governments have usually lowered taxes when international oil prices shot up, but Modi's administration has made little concession so far. The protests were the first joint action organized by opposition parties in a joint campaign to stir discontent with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Hindu nationalist government. Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party BJP accused its opponents of unnecessarily politicizing high fuel prices and the weakening currency, which it blamed on external factors such as Turkey's economic crisis, which affected emerging markets. Modi's popularity has come down in the past few months, and his party is likely to face a tough challenge in 3 BJP-ruled states, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, expected to vote in provincial polls this year at the general election expected early next year. Chinese President Xi Jinping arrives in the city of Vladivostok, Russia, to attend the 4th Eastern Economic Forum at the invitation of Russian President Vladimir Putin. She will attend the forum from Tuesday to Wednesday. It will be the first time for the Chinese head of state to participate in the event, marking the most important high-level exchange between China and Russia in the second half of the year. Russia is expected to inject a new impetus to the comprehensive strategic partnership of coordination of the two countries. She is scheduled to attend several bilateral and multilateral events, the signing of documents, a joint meeting with the press and a banquet. Founded by Putin in 2015, the annual Eastern Economic Forum has served as an important venue for face-to-face dialogue among politicians, business executives and experts for Far Eastern development and regional cooperation. Argentine soccer legend Diego Maradona, a 1986 World Cup winner, holds his first news conference after being appointed coach of Mexican second division team Dorados. Speaking in the northwestern Mexican city of Culiacan, Maradona said, "We didn't come for a stroll, we didn't come on vacation, we came to work to give these guys a hand," and added, "It will be great to win together." The 57-year-old former Barcelona and Napoli forward is considered one of the greatest players of all time after a career that peaked in 1986 when he captained Argentina to their second and last World Cup title. But drug addiction, overeating and alcoholism put a sharp end to an otherwise glorious career, and in 2000 he nearly died following a cocaine overdose. Maradona previously had short stints coaching clubs in Argentina and the United Arab Emirates, but his longest spell in charge was in Argentina, who he led at the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. Maradona will make his debut as coach on September 15 when his new club faces Cafetaleros de Tapachula. Dorados fired their previous coach on Thursday after a poor start to the season that brought 3 points out of a possible 15. They are 13th in the 15-team league, joint bottom of the table. British singer Elton John launches his final world tour in Pennsylvania, which will bring an end. Arne Kasekyonen Ubako.